guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a really quick video showing you how I create my prints. So the printer I use is the Canon Pixma IX6550. My one is this print is probably quite old now, and there is probably an updated version, but this is the one I'm currently using. And the paper I use is the Permajet Oyster 271 paper. So basically, I don't even think I've made this video long enough for this voiceover. But anyway, what I wanted to say was I print everything from home. I print everything from home and I print it using my Canon printer, and I kind of opted for a glossy paper because I personally like how it looks. I think depending on the feel of your drawings, you can kind of choose between a glossy or a matte paper, and I do actually genuinely really like matte paper as well, but I have kind of struggled to find one that I'm fully satisfied with, so I had decided to just stick with a glossy slightly textured paper, which I think works really nicely with my drawings. And the paper that I use is really good quality as well, so I like the idea that people are receiving something that's special and that feels nice. So yeah, and also for this particular printer the ink isn't that expensive. So yeah, and at the end of the video I'm going to kind of talk you through some pros and cons that I think that there are when it comes to printing at home versus printing, getting a professional printer to do your stuff. And I think the pros of doing your own prints is number one, you can do your prints as and when you need them, so you don't have to order loads of a print that you don't know if you're even gonna sell, or that you don't know if people are gonna like. And I feel if you have a smaller following, doing your prints yourself probably makes more sense because it's probably a bit cheaper as well. A lot of printing companies always take bulk orders over smaller numbers, so I think being able to just print your stuff when you need, being able to do small numbers, and I think again it's just very cheap and affordable. Depending, the initial fee isn't that affordable. If you're buying a very expensive printer, it's gonna feel more expensive at first, but then once you start printing, I kind of feel you earn that money back quite fast. So some of the cons that I would say about doing your own prints, I don't really think there's that many cons, but I think it's just the small things, the frustration of trying to figure out colors, or if your printer's just acting crazy and you're just oh my god, and it's acting up the night before you're doing an event, then it's a con. Then it's super annoying. But in all fairness, I always end up messing up because I always try to print stuff the day before the event, and then I'm just getting really upset when the print is not working, but I guess it's my fault. Anyway, so one thing I will say though is if you are someone who has a large following and you are producing loads and loads of prints, or you end up needing to produce loads and loads of prints, printing yourself might be a bit overwhelming. For me, I quite like it because I sell a lot of prints. I don't sell hundreds and hundreds of prints, so it's still quite manageable for me to print stuff by myself. But if you are printing higher volumes, then maybe going to a professional printer would make more sense. So that concludes this video, and I really hope I chucked in some helpful tips or just answered questions that people have had about my printer, because everyone's always asking me about my printer. Also, I forgot to add that I actually order my paper off Amazon, but I will leave a link to that down below. So yeah, if you have any more questions, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.